Hello friends, welcome to our channel We Are Polyglots. Today our topic for discussion and information is IELTS. Acronym IELTS stands for the International English Language Testing System. Means it's all related to English only, no relation with any technical stuff or any other language. And the most important thing, T in the spelling of IELTS remains silent. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe so that we don't stop creating informational videos of best quality. In between, we'll share quick essential tips to make your IELTS journey smoother. So don't skip the video and watch the video till end. So now I'll tell you all what we need to know about IELTS. Who organizes this test? Why we need to take this test? And who needs to take this test? Where and how it can be taken? Its grading structure, results, evaluation, format, the advantages and disadvantages of taking this test. Okay, so let's understand in detail what is IELTS, why IELTS is required, and who needs this test. So IELTS, which is the English test, is jointly owned by and it is managed by British Council, IDP, Cambridge University Press and Assessment. All of these three are English bodies which are managing the English literature, which are the governing authorities for English publications and assessment too. Now IELTS is an English language test which is taken by over 3 million people all over the world. And since more than 11,000 employers, universities, schools and immigration bodies accept it, it is widely used for study, migration and work too. This means students, researchers, working professionals including doctors, lawyers, engineers, etc., as well as their families too, and other families who can also take this test to strengthen their possibilities of going to countries like USA, UK, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand for purpose of studying, settling over there, which means permanent residence and work opportunities. The only condition for giving this test is you need to have a valid ID for giving the test. Mind it, if you forget to take the ID on the day of your test to your test center, they might not allow you to sit in the test. So please don't forget to take the ID. Now this valid ID may be a passport or any other valid ID which is valid for your country. If you're applying for Canada's PR also, it's mandatory to have a language test. Now those languages can be English or French. For English, 1 out of 2 IELTS or CELPIP is required. And from my own experience, IELTS is easier one to take. The CELPIP is a bit different and is having a lower success ratio. So friends, now when we are clear who can take this test, we should know a few more important things about the test. So IELTS, it offers 2 versions of test on the basis of our purpose. The first one is IELTS Academic. So the 2 versions are called IELTS Academic and IELTS General Training. The first version, which is called IELTS Academy, can be taken by someone who has to pursue any kind of study, MTech, MBA, BBA, PhD, or any kind of further studies, also fellowships, research. They have to take only and only academic test. The IELTS General Test, anyone who is looking for work or immigration must go for IELTS General Training only. It's important that you confirm beforehand which test you need to take, as IELTS test format differs for IELTS Academic and General, and fees is not refundable at all. The later part of this video, I will let you know what's the difference between academic and general version of IELTS. Now, when we know that okay, there are 2 versions of test and which one we need to take according to our purpose, we should also know a bit about how we can take the test. So there are 2 modes of test, means how we can take the test. that also differs. So IELTS offers three versions as of now. The first version being the paper-based test. The paper format of the test is where you get a paper format, the test paper in paper format, and you need to use a wooden pencil to write your test answer. Now please note, the mechanical pencil is not at all allowed. So if you forget to take your wooden pencil with you, at the test center also, you can ask them for help and they will provide you a wooden pencil. The second format, the second mode of test is computer based, where you will get the test on computer screen and you need to use keyboard and mouse to write your answers on the computer screen only. Please note, in computer based test, we have one advantage, that when we are doing the writing tests, the number of words you have typed seem visible at the bottom of the screen. The third version is IELTS Online. Recently, IELTS organization has launched IELTS Online, where we can take the test from home or the private location. It's necessary to have high speed and stable internet connection for this. But note, this IELTS Online is only applicable for IELTS academic version of test. For general version, you need to go to a test center only for taking the test. Now, very recently, IELTS, so few test centers are also providing the facility where you can have few of the tests over the video call. Now, but when you need to choose whether you need to take the paper format of the test or the computer format or the IELTS Online. Now, when you are booking the test, then only you need to choose the proper format. And mind it, as per the mode of test which you are choosing, the fees may differ. Different countries have different countries and different cities may have different fee for paper-based tests as well as computer-based tests or IELTS Online. So now, how can we book the test? So IELTS test can be booked online on ielts.org, or it can also be booked from the IDB website, British Council website, as well as the Cambridge website. Now, the test fee may differ as per its country or city. Now, when I booked my IELTS test, both the times I gave IELTS, I booked it from ielts.org. So once I gave in Canada, Toronto, then I had to pay around $350. And when I gave in New Delhi, then I had to get around 14,000 rupees. But now the current price for Canada, it is around $350 to $400. And for India, it is around $14 to $15,000, 14 to 15,000 rupees. Sorry. Now, if you are choosing a paper-based test or a computer-based test, there might be a slight difference in the fees which you have to pay. So that's how you can book the test. So now friends, here is the most important section of IELTS, which is what does the test consist of? So it's test format. So there are 4 tests in English which will be assessed during the test, which will be assessed during the IELTS test. Them being listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So in this, the speaking only consists of interaction with someone. Otherwise, all others we can give alone. The listening skill, the reading skill, and the writing skill. Now, if we come to listening skill, it consists of 30 minutes and 40 questions. Now, when you are giving a paper-based test, you can, when you are listening, you can write the answers on your paper, test paper itself, or you can write it on a plain sheet of paper. And you will get additional 10 minutes to transfer those answers from your rough paper or from your test paper to the answer sheet. But mind it, in computer-based tests, you do not get this extra time. You will be given only 30 minutes and you have to transfer the answers in that time interval. Now reading. Now just the reading, it consists of few sections and you are given 60 minutes for 40 questions. In writing, you are given 60 minutes for 2 or 3 tasks and in speaking. So mind it, my friends. So it is possible that your speaking test happens on that same day, but in few circumstances, the test center may take this speaking test on the same day before the test or on the next day also. So usually the academic version of test IELTS is considered difficult than the general version. And one more important thing. So both the academic and general versions have listening and speaking same version, but the papers are different for reading and writing. In academics, the reading and writing, they are considered difficult than the general version. Now usually speaking is conducted before or after sometimes, for which we have to wait like 1-2 hours after reading, writing and listening test. In few centers you may get headphones, and in few centers you might not get a headphone. They may play the audio clip on a speaker in the hall or the room, which is common for everyone. So friends, if you are taking the test practice at your home, please be accustomed to both the formats. So friends, after we have taken the test, here comes the result time. So the result of the IELTS test can be checked online on IELTS.org, or IELTS also mails us the result via post in 4 to 6 weeks. Usually we are taking IELTS paper-based test. It takes 13 working days after our written test to receive the results or check the results on IELTS.org. Somebody who is taking IELTS computer-based test, he'll receive the results within 3 to 5 working days. Now IELTS takes some more time, at least 2 to 4 weeks for mailing us the results. Now come one of the most important section from a test taker point of view, which is grading. That okay, how our test results are graded. Now mind it, all those 4 tests, listening, speaking, reading and writing, they are not graded on a band or on a scale of 10 or 100. They are graded on a scale of 9. Now over here I have given the description against the level bands from 0 till 9. What IELTS feels that these bands represent our dexterity in English. I have also tried to make a table, a chart, which could represent that out of 40, when you score these many answers correct, okay, then you will get this band. So supposedly you are getting 40 out of 40 questions, then you will get an absolute band of 9, means which is full out of full. If you are scoring 36 questions out of 40 correct, then you will get a band of 8. Likewise, supposedly you are scoring 28 correct questions, then you will score a band of 6.5. Now mind it, the assessment is done by the examiners who are trained and certified by British Council, IDP IELTS Australia or IELTS USA. The scores are reported on a whole band or half band. There are no quarter bands, means your score will never be in 8.25 or 3.25 or 6.75 or 9.25, because the maximum limit is 9, so obviously it cannot go beyond 9, but 7.75 it can never be. It will always be either in whole bands, that is 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or 5, 4, 3, or it can be in like 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, which I have mentioned over here. So friends, what if you have taken the IELTS test once, but you don't score the desired results? Well, there is an opportunity of another evaluation or retaking the test. Now, for retaking the test, you have to pay exactly the same fees and the whole process has to be same. Okay. But there is another option. Now, if you feel that okay, you score, but you need to have a definite trust on your capabilities, that okay, you scored out of 40 questions 39 or 38 or 36, 35 very correctly, then you can definitely go for reevaluation, which can be requested within 6 weeks for one or more parts. Means either you can apply for only speaking test or only listening or only reading or only writing. Now, as per IELTS.org, reviewed results can be available uh, to you within 2 to 21 days of request. But there is one catch. Now, if your band changes, then the whole fee is refunded to you. But if your band does not change, then your fee does not get refunded. And please note, the fee which you have to pay for revaluation of test is $260 almost, means it's almost 10,000 to 12,000 INR, Indian National Rupees. Okay, so please, if you really trust your capabilities, then only you should go for revaluation. Otherwise, do some work, do some homework, prepare for the test once more, and try to retake the test. Okay, best of luck, guys, for your IELTS preparation. And in some time, I'll be again with you with another slide on how to take the test, how to take the test in an efficient manner, how to take the test to ensure maximum bands. Thank you. Good luck.